Namaste everyone and welcome to the Spake Satguru Sivananda. We are doing the quotes of Guru Garu. Nana is elaborating on the quotes and explaining the meaning and the context in which Guru Garu has said them. So here we go. I'm going to share the quote and then we can begin. Here is the quote. If you have faith and Sraddha, the divinity will respond. Darshan is the language of divinity. Yes, Nana, over to you.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. This is really a very vital issue before all of us, those who believe in God. Why God doesn't respond? If at all He responds, how does He respond? And what is the common language between us and God? Otherwise, if there is no common language, I think we cannot communicate with Him. So in this quote, we have at least three important concepts. One is faith, and another is Shraddha, and Darshan. These three are important concepts here. These are not just abstract concepts. These concepts are also coupled with the practicality. In a way, there is technique involved in this, in the communication between you and the God. Generally, we need some help to reach the other. If he is at a distance, you can call him on phone. If he is before you, even then, the sound from you should reach him. Third, the sound you make, it is a symbol. So this the symbol should be common with both you and the other who is going to hear it. Otherwise, it becomes a meaningless sound. So these three things are specifically said in this quote. Well, we have already dealt with faith earlier. What is faith and how the faith should be, and to what extent the faith should be. And if you are having that kind of faith, we are already told that it all depends upon how strong you feel for that, how strong you believe it, how strong faith you have, and do you have faith in your faith? So all these questions we have in the earlier quotes, we have discussed about it. So now, just faith, having faith, will it be sufficient? Is it okay if I have faith in God? I think that God is everywhere. And God communicates with me in any form, in any way. That's all fine. But no, why God has not appeared to me so far? And we also think that God is everywhere, in everything. When He is there in everything, Guruji in one of the previous quotes also said, God is there everywhere. It's very easy to find God because He is there everywhere. But is that sufficient to us, to people like me? I, of course, have faith. I believe in Him because the whole Brahmanda, we have seen that, it is made of Ishvara, the God. And Ishvara is there in every speck of the Brahmanda. So all these are scientifically true. And we have also believed that everything is fine. God is there everywhere. He is going to help us. How can He help us? He may be able to help us in any manner. And also we have seen in the Gajendra Moksha. So God comes to help him, help the elephant Raja. We have also seen that Krishna had done so many miracles. Draupadi was being insulted in the court. And it was only Krishna who came to her rescue. She prevented the akrutya, and he granted her so many saris that, this Dushasana was not able to remove them. So if God thinks God can do wonders. But is it possible to everyone, to you, to me? It was possible to Draupadi. It was possible to Gajendra. So what was their faith? What was the method that they have applied the faith? So here, faith is not just sufficient. If you have faith in God, what is that? How do you express yourself to God? Is it through tapas? Is it through yajna? All these karma kandas, rituals are specified in our Vedas. Everything is there. Similarly, the bhakti, all these things we have seen in the earlier quotes. So there are so many ways of reaching God. As God is there everywhere, so there are so many ways to reach the God. Suppose if you have selected a path, so in that path, how long you would travel? For example, from spot A to a distant B, these are the two spots at a distance. How do you reach the B, the destination? And there are several paths, they say. There are several ways of crossing this distance. There are so many paths. There may be highway, there may be some other lanes, yes, some other roads, and there was no roads also at all. You have to make a road, a way, just looking at the distance, which side it is. As generally the navigators they find difficult in the great seas. They only go by the stars earlier. They go only by stars, looking at stars. And in the day, looking at the sun. Sun was the guide. So there are so many ways. You can even walk the distance. You can go on a bike. You can go by a car. You can go by a train. And you can even also fly if there is facility there. So there are so many ways and so many paths to reach God. Destination is very near to you. In fact, there is no distance at all. According to Guruji, there is no distance at all. He is there by your side. Not only by your side, he is inside, in you. So, having faith that the God is there inside and God can be reached from anywhere, God can be reached by any way, any means, is not just sufficient. Otherwise, no, I can say that I have faith. But what the benefit out of it? Having faith does not alone gets you the thing. Because there is jnana, and there is sankalpa, kriya, the icha shakti, jnana shakti, and kriya shakti. These three powers, these three abilities one has to acquire. So Shraddha is okay. You have the idea of jnana. You also have the sankalpa. You want to see God. Okay. And the third point here is the kriya. What the kriya that you have chosen? Suppose if you want to reach God by foot, or somebody gives you a lift by car, something may happen here and there. But suppose if you have chosen a path, you should go in the path. You should go by the path till you reach the destination. So if you have selected one route and then going to the other route, so up to one route you have gone to some extent. Yeah. So the faith is a certain thing which is common to everybody, to some extent, to a degree more, to a degree less. And if you have selected a path, that path has to be pursued by you till the destination. You are going by one path, you have chosen one path and you are going that way. In the meantime, some attraction may come and they say, no, you if you take this path, the path you have taken is a circuitous route and then you can come by this way. You can directly go there. It's a shortcut. So then we are attracted by shortcuts. And we also take the another shortcut. After some time, then what you feel that somebody else can, why did you choose this one? You take the other one. So we go to one guru, and after the other guru has done some miracles, we rush to there to go other places. Yeah. So having faith and to have chosen one path, and you should go by that path. Maybe any path, if you choose, because the thing is just to attract you or to make you follow a particular path, many things will be said. Oh, what is there? Bhakti is the very easiest thing that you have some bhakti. You just pray Krishna, Jai Krishna, you'll be reaching. Maybe we can't say that they won't reach, but they should pursue it. The pursuance of your means, your path, has to be done very seriously. That is where Shraddha enters. So in Kriya Shakti, one has to have Shraddha. With the Shraddha, Kriya should be done. So one, you should have Jnana Shakti, and also you should have a strong Sakalpa to reach him. Third, when you have chosen a path, you should go by that path. Till the end come what may. That's why earlier I have shown you an example of Milarepa. Milarepa to reach his God, to reach his Guru. Reaching the Guru is, of course, the ultimate. That is, the Guru will take you to the ultimate goal that is there. So to reach him, how difficult, any number of difficulties he has faced. Just read that book, it's a wonderful book. And we are also told about Sai Baba. Sai Baba, before he reached his Guru, and even after reaching Guru, the Guru has given him so many tests. So at any place, you should not think that, you are discouraged and the Guru is indifferent and then he has not taken care of you and he has not talked to you, he did not pat your shoulders. So these things are there. So these things should not deviate you from your path, from your faith. So that Shraddha is the most important Shraddha. That is the technicalities. Suppose if you are doing puja, how the puja has to be done? So in puja, we have Shodashopacharas, 16 upacharas. Through 16 upacharas, you are inviting God before you to sit before you. He is there. When you ask him to come, he is there. When he is there, how you should behave, how you should serve him. You should wash his feet, give him something, and let him do achaman. And you give an asana to sit, and you will have him a bath, and then you decorate him, and then you offer something to eat. All this you are doing there, we are all doing there in our worship. We are doing all these things. But are we doing it with that Shraddha, with which not just thinking about the God is there. It's not a question of thinking. He is there. You should do the puja, but he is there. He is before you. And you asked him, you made him sit. So that Shraddha has to be applied to your faith. Your faith and the Shraddha should go together. It's just like two bullocks, trying the cart. This is the most important thing. Having faith is not just sufficient. Only Shraddha. What kind of Shraddha? Some people, we come across, they are doing Shraddha very seriously, they are taking up their job. They are going to office, coming from office, doing job in office, very attentively. That's fine. But where does it lead them? No, at the end of the month, he is going to get the remuneration, the compensation for what he has done. So this result is coming to him at the end of the month. But this happens every month till you retire. Okay, what after that? So this is the problem, because all the benefits that we are going to get out of Shraddha without faith doing something, that is giving you results. The benefits you are reaping them out of for your Shraddha, for your action. But this is not taking you to the ultimate. Ultimate is something else beyond your retirement, before your death and after your death. There's so many things are there. So when you are looking to all these things, here when you are thinking, when you are doing your job so sincerely, so honestly, so attentively, put that Shraddha also here when you are praying. And another problem is, why God is not giving us the darshan? Darshan, what does the darshan mean? Darshan, the way we choose. Suppose God is everywhere. His darshan is available. But his darshan, we are not able to look into it. We are not able to identify it. We are not able to recognize him as God. Because for God, you are going to have to imagine him in a particular image. Unless you imagine in a particular image and imagine, both are same. If you don't imagine that image, you are not able to understand how God should be, how God would be. Because God has no form. God has no quality. So when you want to see God, you have to make him to appear before him in the form you choose. So you have the option. You call it as Krishna, or Rama, or Hanuman, or whatever it may be. Because you have to choose this form and concentrate on it. Think that it is the ultimate. Any God you should think that it is the ultimate. You are only praying ultimate. You are only worshipping an ultimate. You have faith only in the ultimate. But for your convenience, you have imagined a form. So that darshan you want to have. Unless that darshan comes to you, not in the image that you are worshipping it, it should come live before you. Whether pratyaksha or paroksha. In paroksha, sometimes you may be having this image before you, which cannot be seen by others. Only you can see that. There may be number of family members there in the house. But he is visible only to you because you have prayed him, you have had the Sraddha, you have had the prayer. So that is between you and God. So no others can join there. You cannot make him public. You cannot exhibit him to all others, saying that the God has given it that. Darshan is only per person, to you. So that darshan is the language of divinity. So the language you have chosen here between you and the God. Suppose you have chosen to understand that God is there and God has to appear before me, but how can I recognize him? So for recognizing him, God, you must come in this form. You should come to me as a Balakrishna. And you have to come to me like goddess, Lakshmi, whatever form you choose. And you want to see God in that form. And you can speak any language to him because he has come in your form, in the form chosen by you. He also serves the same language so that you will understand. Not through ears, but through inner senses. All these five senses that we have, they also have the inner senses similarly. So you will be understanding this through that inner sense. You hear his word, you can see his image, and you can talk to him, you can even touch him, he can also touch you. Because we have so many examples, so many bhaktas are there who have said that they have seen God and they had interacted with God and they had some conversation with God and God has blessed them. And God has given this, God has given that. So this is not just a fake thing, because this is something which is proven by so many gods. This is their experience. You cannot negate those experiences. Those experiences are real for him. The form is real for him. The way chosen by him is his. So he is looking at the God in that form. So when he wants to have this Vishwa Darshan, the whole Vishwam will look like Krishna, which may look like Shiva, the way you ask him. So this Vishwarupa Darshan means the form you have chosen is Krishna. In Krishna, everything is there. That is Vishwarupa Darshan. And this Vishwarupa Darshanam can be obtained by you, can be caught by you if you have the faith, if you have this. Because Arjuna had this faith in him, in Krishna. Arjuna was also having a good Shraddha, because this Shraddha he has had from his childhood. Because he followed his Guru, Drona, with the same Shraddha. And also followed Krishna with the same Shraddha. That Shraddha, attentiveness. Attentiveness is the Shraddha. You have to pay attention to it. But we always go here and there, and then our mind does not stay at one place. This is what we say, we don't have ekagrata. Yeah, we don't have ekagrata. But we have to develop this ekagrata towards the form, towards the name that you have chosen. So he gives you darshan in the same language. So divinity gives you darshan in the same language as you have chosen. Otherwise, if he speaks in Chinese, you are not able to follow him. So he speaks in your Telugu or in your English in the way you can understand the languages that you have known. So this quote is very practical, and along with the concepts, you have the technicalities with which you can have the darshan, and having darshan has a great impact on your spiritual progress. So I think we can stop here and have some discussion on that. Hema, over to Hema.
Okay, Nana, thank you so much. Ivala session, it was a very good session. నా దగ్గర అయితే ఏమి క్వశ్చన్స్ లేవు. శ్రద్ధ, yes, we put all our Shraddha and we expect that things will happen. But if things are not happening, then we lose Shraddha. How do we keep our Shraddha consistent?
Shraddha should be consistent, irrespective of the results or responses. That's why I said.
That is the catch, yeah. That is the catch. Shraddha is something which is not consistent in us. So, also
both Shraddha and faith, both are not consistent with us. The problem is that.
Yeah, that is one thing. The other thing is, yes, darshan is what is expected when you are having Shraddha and faith, is what Guru Garu has said. But what does darshan do? Does it grant what we are asking for? What is darshan?
We will come to darshan because it's a very big concept. What kind of darshan? What is the nature of darshan? What is the form of darshan? All that.
Right.
So perhaps in the next course we may come across that.
Okay. So we have to have faith.
Not of experience.
We have to have faith. We have to have Shraddha. And we get darshan. But there is something missing here. I have a desire, for example, and I'm praying and worshipping towards that desire. and then it's not happening. Then what do I do?
I think in some other course, we can deal with this. Very clearly it is there.
So, I mean, it's not just my
common problem with every one of us.
Yeah. I'm not that I have something now that, but that's how we think. That's how our human nature. Now, look, it is very clear that if I'm working, I'm going to an office, I'm working, I'm getting remuneration. It's very straightforward. My Shraddha is being paid back. Now, if I'm worshipping and also doing all that is needed towards Ishvara, all I'm getting is a darshan. Is darshan going to give me everything? And what is that darshan? What is the meaning of darshan? And is that going to give me what I desire? And in what time frame? That is something...
because this time is something we will also come to time, in some other course, we will come across time. We have not discussed time so far. It's another big concept,
Right. Yes.
Let us wait. Yeah. Let us wait as we should wait for darshan.
We should wait for darshan. Nice. Okay, Nana, that's a very good discussion. So thank you so much, and thank you everyone for joining today. And see you all tomorrow.